Who is your guy?
Yes.
Who's your guy?
Which of them?
I'm not. This guy don't cast us. You don't turn this caster. No. Who's okay? Well, my guy on this table will be DJ Toperano.
Wow.
Yep. And my second guy on this table will be Osare.
Wow.
No, but him first because he provided all the amazing music. You're just shaking your head and so
Great.
DJ Toperano is my first guy. Then you are the second one. But it's okay. It doesn't change. You know.
No, please. I'm not even interested again.
You have
if you call me supporting, what did you call me for supporting? I don't. If you see me go the other way.
It's not that deep now.
I'm not interested.
Okay. So there's a new pandemic in town.
Yes.
And it's called podcast. Just in case you don't know, it's called a podcast. There's so many podcasts going around now, and a lot of them are saying a whole bunch of interesting stuff, while a lot of them are saying a whole bunch of stuff that people are not going down well with. It's not going down well with people. So one hit the internet like some days ago, and everyone is talking about it because some ladies, I was going to say little, God help me, some ladies talking about putting value on their woman member and all. So BNX, which is Buju, BNX wasn't finding it funny. So singer BNX clashed with a podcaster, Lydia, and two other ladies over their recent podcast. A few days ago, Lydia Caramel and one other lady in their recent podcast tagged rants and bans and confessions, got people talking following their comments about women putting a price on their woman member. BNXN. Benson. Well, why did you just leave it at Buju? Or just write Benson? Okay. So Benson spotted their podcast and took to his Snapchat to express his displeasure. Posting a screen grab from the podcast, he wrote, "Who gave dimwits podcast mics?" And the ladies did not find it funny, especially the Lydia lady, the main lady. They didn't find it funny. They came at him. They were just going back and forth and all. And if you're going to ask me, honestly, you see this podcast thing is getting out of hand. That's one thing with Nigerians. When we start something and we find out, like say this thing is actually
they go overboard. This
thing is actually making waves and people are actually connecting with it. We start going overboard and saying the unsayable. It's not everything you come on social media and television to open your mouth, to open your dump truck of a mouth and just say things and spill stuff out there. It's not right. We have children who have access to phones, social media these days. Everybody's watching, and the internet will never forget. Then one day you will now come out and say, I want to tell you about God. Even if you say this and people remind you, they'll bring this things come Auntie, no be you
same
say
person that you know.
I'm the same person who said XYZ way back in the day. So like I understand how upset he is about that, and so just like I think they should have a body that just screens this thing. Please, before you put your podcast out, I have a podcast that I do, and it's really cool and fun. We talk about real stuff. Talk about real stuff, but talk about ourselves. We don't generalize and start saying so person. I walked into an hotel room one time. Somebody said it one time. He walked into an hotel room and met two people. I'm like, how did you walk into the room? Do you have the key? And a whole bunch of other stuff.
Well, I mean, I think I understand your point of view, and definitely, I think there's a retardation of
POV.
Sorry, POV. There's a retardation in our value system, and because there's somewhat freedom of speech that people are carrying, like after all, they would say it's a podcast, right? That's why there are no regulations, because it's not radio. There are some things they know they can't do on radio. That's why they have podcasts.
And on television too.
Right, and on TV. So they feel like, okay, my podcast is my own form of expressing myself without limitations, which is why, the thing was titled Bans and Confessions and whatnot. So in their own POV, they are justified by whatever it is that they want to say, because there are no rules guiding it. So
there should be.
There are no rules guiding it. So I think the only thing is just the moral stand, because just like you said, there are children who listen to these things. There is no way of barricading, innocent minds or young minds from actually hearing these things and explain to them what not and what should be. Do you get? So it is weird.
Imagine my daughter carrying her tab and just comes across these people saying.
So you're not come and say,
Daddy, what is? I'll just faint. Like I'll just faint. Like what? Where did you hear that from? And this is parental lock everywhere again.
Actually, because with the way our generation is going, the way technology is going, there needs to be an increased sense of safety and privacy that we also provide to younger ones, because you see that they are young and they're exposed to so many things, and then it's difficult for them to even know what is right and wrong.
I know a 15-year-old who can actually bypass passwords, and if you put a parental lock away, she'll bypass it.
What kind of?
Do you understand? Easy peasy, no stress. You just give me, let me do it for you now.
Wow.
Anyway, that being said, I'm not saying she's a Yahoo girl. I'm just saying. That being said, we have to go. It's been a whole 9 years on the show. We came, we saw, and we definitely conquered. I had an amazing time with my G. Even though it seems like my G is going to be away for a while. She's going to be away for a while, but I'm really going to miss you. Hopefully, we'll see you again pretty soon. She's going on a holiday.
Yes.
That's how she rolls. She doesn't.
I know.
She's going on holiday for like a month or thereabout. Or maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know. But shall go and come back.
Shall go.
Let her go rest. So you want to give a shout out before we go?
I mean, shout out to everybody. It's been an amazing journey so far. Amazing producer, amazing team. Y'all you guys have a special place in my heart. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I wish everybody the best. Don't miss me too much.
Okay, that sounds like we're never going to see you again. That's scary stuff. I want to be leaving it in the hands of DJ Top Rano. This is where we draw the curtains on today. But thanks for watching as always. Join the conversation on social media with the hashtag Tea Time. And remember, you can catch up with our previous episodes, including this very one, and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch Tea Time on R2 TV and in London on Ben Television and on Star Time channel 308, and yes, on DSTV channel 408. Just in case you're watching from your phone, we're on channel 408. We come on your screen every day, Mondays to Fridays, that is, weekdays. That's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and we got you covered. I believe in the able hands of the most amazing, most versatile, toothpick chopping, floss eating DJ of all time, classic DJ Top Rano. Do not drink and drive. Put God first, and the rest is history. Drink a lot of water and mind your business. And please stay safe this weekend. All right, we out.